Oh. Are we doing it at the same time?
I don't think. No, it doesn't matter. I don't even think I need to do that.
I'll do it for continuity.
Should I also do it for continuity?
Yeah.
No, it makes no sense.
I mean, if we're all going to clap our hands loudly.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sibling Chat.
I'm Leia.
And I'm Lavaro.
And I'm Maya.
This week we're discussing our top 3 animated Disney/Pixar films. As we say this, I'm really thinking like my third. I feel bad for putting it third because, yeah, that's what I feel like. Like I'm choosing my children. My number 3 is probably The Incredibles.
Leia!
Why do you hate The Incredibles?
See?
Show is over. No, absolutely not. No.
I love The Incredibles, but
No, you don't. It's the third.
I have watched it probably the least out of all of the Disney films. Okay, like I'm just saying I have, and because also like it doesn't have a musical soundtrack, so I also listen to it the least.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to
Great,
defend
though,
it.
but
Obviously,
it's your top 3 out of all the films.
yeah.
yeah.
So. Go ahead. So why do you like it?
So I enjoy The Incredibles just because I love the idea of a family story. One of the issues that I really have with a lot of Disney is that there always has to be somebody who dies. And The Incredibles is just a nice family who wants to save the world, and then they end up doing it together.
No, I was going through Disney movies to see who dies in these Disney movies. You're right.
Literally someone's mom,
Right.
someone's dad. Someone always dies in a Disney movie.
Right, like the
Spoiler alert, nobody dies in The Incredibles.
There you go.
Dun, dun, dun.
There you go.
What? Yeah. So I love that fact. What's your number 3, Maya?
Yeah, which movie do you hate?
Hey.
Which of your
let me stop
children do
saying
you
that.
love least?
Okay, even though I love this movie, but my number 3 is Mulan. I know.
Mulan.
Let's stop. I know I started it, but let's stop shaming people for
No,
the
you told
third
me
top
I
movie.
hate The Incredibles. No.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love
Mulan was
Yes,
groundbreaking.
it is. It still is.
It is.
I just watched it the least.
Mulan 2 is wonderful.
Never
Wait,
saw
is Mulan
Mulan
in your
2.
top 2? Just curious.
No, it's not.
So how are you shaming me? And it's not even being top.
The truth is I actually had to I really had a hard time doing this. I feel like we probably all did. And so I had to pick what I've actually picked out of the Disney films that I've been watching the most this past month because I couldn't pick overall because Disney films are so short, right? It's like an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. So you can just put them on anytime and watch them. And that's sort of the problem with trying to be what's my favorite? Because I actually do watch them a lot. A lot.
Okay.
So yeah. So no, I don't mean to shame you, but I picked
But you do.
this past month, but I am. All right, but Mulan is excellent.
Yes,
I
it's a
appreciate
great
it being
film.
on your
It's very
list.
strong and powerful. It kind of reminds
Definitely.
me of how I felt when I watched Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But as a child.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just her manning that whole
It had some good songs. I'm sorry. I was just going through the song, the track.
Yeah.
My reflection.
But that I Will Make a Man Out of You song from
Oh yes.
and then when she at the end
So
she's like, I
that
got
song,
this?
Yes.
so when she wrapped the things around the pole and
Yeah,
climbed the
and
pole.
she climbed the pole.
I'm
Right.
getting chills right now. It was
Exactly.
excellent.
It was great. That was
Yeah.
a great
Girl
moment.
power.
Yeah, she just
It
sat
really
on top
is.
of it and just looked at the peasants,
She's
aka the men.
Right? AKA the men. But it's awesome. And they're and I love that they're cheering her on too. Granted,
Yeah.
they're cheering her on because they think that she's a man.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's still the fact that she's I'm one of I'm their equal. I'm their colleague. I love that part.
All right, my number 3 movie
Mm-hmm.
is it's actually a very special movie for me.
Is it?
And it's my 3rd favorite Disney movie of all time.
Okay.
So that makes it
Oh,
pretty.
you're doing
That
of
makes
all
it pretty
time. I
special.
couldn't do that. So okay.
3rd Disney
All right.
animated. Wait a minute. What,
So
are
then
we not
what are we
doing? What are
doing
we doing?
for
I
of?
told you I couldn't pick.
You're always messing up this list.
I am.
I'm doing my 3rd.
I don't believe in
my
favorites.
my favorite Disney movie of the last month. I'm not gonna do. You have to do of all time.
No.
I'm sorry, but this is your definitive list of all time. This is what's going on record.
Yes.
So Just keep
Sorry.
Then
that
I
in
have to
mind.
redo it.
Keep that in mind.
We don't have time.
We don't have
In
time.
that case, y'all just guys stuck with what I said.
Right. Just
So
and
it's
this is
gonna be your
anyway,
list of all time. Great.
My third
Yep.
my third greatest of all time is Aladdin.
Okay.
Aladdin? Yeah, it's Aladdin.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
That's
fair.
Robin Williams at his best.
Mm.
Even like I miss Robin.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I think it's at his best. Like even if you count his live action stuff, I think this is the best Robin Williams that I enjoyed the most.
Okay.
I would agree. I'd agree.
I like the genie. Aladdin was decent. Jasmine was pretty cool. Jafar is awesome. I don't know. It's a good fun movie. It's the movie that I watch when I'm sick, and I put it on and I go to sleep. It makes me comfortable.
Oh, okay.
How cute.
All right. I actually
Precious.
get that because one of my movies is that movie for me, so I get that.
Great.
Speaking
Speaking of, what's your number 2?
So, God, I really do feel like I'm choosing from my children. So my number 2 is actually The Little Mermaid.
Oh,
Okay.
And that is because when I was younger, that was my sick film. Like every time I would watch The Little Mermaid. Also, I thought that Ursula was the shit.
Yes. Go
Because
Ursula.
she's
what a
like,
villain. I like that.
like she was just there trying to help people, and she's like, look, if you don't have self-love, like you can give me, whatever you want, and I'll give this to you, but you really should love yourself. But if you don't, I'm going to profit off of it. And I appreciate
And
that.
it's so
Ursula was trying to teach them to love
inspirational.
Ursula was trying to teach them to love themselves, and instead, like they come along, like there's that couple, and she's like, oh, the guy wants to be stronger, the woman wants to be skinnier, so what do? I make them. Like, no, if they would have just been happy with who they are, then they wouldn't have ever had to make a deal with Ursula.
right. So
If,
it's
like,
Ursula.
was,
Ursula should be the one who punishes them for not loving themselves who they
and
are.
ultimately that's what she does, because she's like, oh, you
No,
think
that's
you should
exactly
sell
what she
this
does.
part of your soul? Okay, I'm going to teach you.
I don't
and she
think she's
does.
trying to
Crazy.
teach people.
I think
though.
she does.
I need to rewatch The Little Mermaid.
Because you will see all the good that Ursula is trying to do and how she's trying to teach people self-love. Ursula is not your stereotypical like mermaid
Villain.
running around. She's an
Yeah.
octopus, and you know what? Who does she love?
Herself.
Exactly. So that's why I love The Little Mermaid, and that's why it's my number 2. So what about you, Cousin Maya? What's your number 2?
My number 2 is The Incredibles.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
Similar to Leia, I really liked the family style element, especially since I feel like they were super normalized as compared to like other superhero movies, more traditional superhero movies, and like I just liked the whole team dynamic of everyone having a different power and it being as valuable and an equal contribution to
Definitely.
the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked The Incredibles a lot, and I watched it a lot when it came out on DVD for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Who was your favorite one out of them?
Elastigirl, because she was like flipping all over the place and like stretching from.
Keep going. Go ahead. Elastigirl flipping.
But yeah, she was like super mom, literally.
Nah,
Like,
she really was.
Yeah, she was great, and she was multidimensional because she had her sexy moments, but she had her mom moments, but she had her like powerful moments. Like I don't know, she was a great like well-rounded character to me.
Yeah, one of my favorite moments that when I was like, I mean, to be fair, I saw this when I was, I think, in college or high school. But like I really appreciate as I've gotten older the part where Mr. Incredible starts working out and then like he's getting back into shape and like they're getting more frisky and then he leaves to go to work and she grabs him back into the house.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, I was like, oh, haha. And then now I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like, she
So,
wanted that.
Yeah, I was like, that's right. Like,
Hell yeah.
2 kids still going strong. Like,
Girl, 3 kids.
oh, that's right, 3 kids. I always
Yeah.
forget. Sorry, middle child.
My favorite, my number 2 is also The Incredibles.
Yeah. 2
Um,
for 2, literally.
I liked it for all the reasons that you guys liked too, but I like the premise of the movie because it's the movie about superheroes, but not in a traditional sense. It was like it was a world where there's a lot of superheroes and everything, but all of a sudden nobody wants them to be superheroes anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So when they're doing the thing of, he was like, I saved your life. He said, no, you ruined my death.
Mr. Sansweet didn't ask to be saved. Mr. Sansweet didn't want to be saved. And the injury received from Mr. Incredible's actions, so-called, causes him daily pain.
Hey, I saved your life.
You didn't save my life, you ruined my death. That's what you
Listen,
My
you
client has
little
no further
piece of-
comment at this time.
Samuel Jackson was... I loved every time I see
Frozen.
or hear Samuel Jackson, and the
That's
way he
very
was
true.
arguing with his wife at that
Yeah.
one point was cool. But my favorite character probably in the movie is Etna.
Edna mode.
Like, when
Edna's
she-
amazing.
Yes.
She is amazing.
It was
Yeah.
funny how she was just rambling on, and you could just see Etna sitting on the side like, oh,
Like, well, she shut.
what are you
Right?
talking
Yeah,
about?
right?
You Elastigirl.
Right.
Pull yourself together. What are you talking about? You are Elastigirl! My God, pull yourself together! What will you do? Is this a question?
So I'm excited about finally getting a sequel to
I know.
Jack Jackson's going to be the villain.
Ooh, that would be a
You
plot
putting your
twist
money
like
on that?
shit. That would be a
I
good
would.
plot twist, actually.
Jack Jackson's the villain.
I mean, that would be another way to definitely get that like adult element in it. Because
Absolutely.
they're definitely, I
Yeah,
definitely feel
like
like
how
they're films
family
that,
battles.
yeah,
Ooh.
that would be good.
That would
I
be
would
really
go
good.
for it.
I would too.
I would support that. And it wouldn't feel contrived either.
Yeah.
Because he's so freaking powerful.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, damn, that's good.
As long as it,
Good
yeah.
job.
They
They need to hire you.
Did y'all hear that,
Disney.
Disney.
He's your guy.
All right. So,
Your favorite movie of all time?
All time.
Who your favorite Disney Pixar animated movie of
Yeah, no, for
all
sure.
time?
okay.
All
so
time. BC and AD.
I eliminated Aladdin because of racial insensitivity. I eliminated Moana because it hasn't been with me that long. So my number one is Hercules. I love the fact that it's a family G-rated version of traditional Greek mythology, and they decided to bring it to life using gospel, like Black American
Gospel,
music
right.
form.
Yeah.
I love it. I remember when I watched it, and I watched Hercules in the theater, and I was like, okay, like Charlton Heston ends up with like "You Go Girls," and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I know this beat. This is gospel music. Like that's what I felt like. So I love that. Yeah, I also really love the fact that it's about achieving what you can on your own and knowing that like you're loved and you're strong enough to do it, but it is your journey. And that his adoptive parents are so much a strong figure in his life, even when he learns that, oh yeah, the gods and goddesses, Zeus and Hera are his parents. He's not like human parents. Like instead he's just like, now I have 4 parents instead of 2. And there's that point later in the film where they show that he's made a huge house for his parents. I watch this movie a lot.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember any.
Oh,
of this.
okay. Yeah. But like
that makes me
they
wanna
go
watch it
back
again.
and they show him and he built this huge house for his parents, and like he has all his merchandising deals, which is a great commentary on just like branding and merchandising, which is funny because
Which
it's
Disney
Disney.
doesn't do at all.
Right, exactly. So it's great because Disney's making this commentary on Disney. But yeah, so I love it. I know all the songs. It's a very positive film, and
That was
everybody
an
should
interesting
watch it.
choice. 'Cause I'm not gonna say I didn't like Hercules, but I saw it once and that was enough.
Well, maybe it's because like I've always loved Greek mythology, and it's something that I even studied when I was an undergrad.
Oh,
Like
one of your degrees.
one of my is in classics, so maybe that's also why.
Okay.
But yeah, all right. So Maya,
Yes.
your number
Of
one
all time.
All time.
all time
I'm
through
gonna-
the ages until your death.
So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna cheat and say the Toy Story trilogy.
You can't say Toy Story
All
trilogy.
right, that's
Yes, I
acceptable.
can.
That's acceptable.
You
Yes,
can't
I
say
can.
Toy Story
Just
trilogy.
like you can
When
say
you have to choose
just-
a Star Wars, do you choose one?
Yes, you have to choose one.
Okay, I'm gonna say the first one because it's been with me the longest.
All right, respectable.
And
You-
it
you
like
just said
every
the first
time.
one because it's your favorite one of all time. Just to be clear.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, every time I watch it or like hear a quote or anything, it literally takes me back to being like 3, 4, 5, like running around in my room quoting the
Oh,
whole
baby
movie.
Maya.
Yeah.
Aw.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
The third one I really liked a lot because it like encapsulated the whole series like together, like even from the fact that the third one ended how the first one ended with like the still of the clouds, like the sky with the clouds.
Oh, I do love that imagery.
Yeah, like, and it's like those little innuendos where it's like, I remember like watching it in theaters and be like, oh my god, like I remember watching that when I was yay high, and yeah, and even little lines that they say, like, oh my god, I can't remember, but it's from one of the opening scenes in the first one, and they brought it back for the third one, and it's like, oh my god, God. So yes, Toy Story means a lot to me, and I loved Woody even because he was a little difficult, but he grew, and you saw like how he matured over time and how he was very loyal and just persistent to making things happen for the greater good in every situation, especially the third one. Even like when Lotso was trying to fuck them over and almost killed him, and he was like, nah, but we still gonna save you. Still want to make sure you live.
My only gripe with the first Toy Story is that Buzz didn't know he was a toy. He thought it was a Space Ranger. Yet when humans came around, he made himself still as if he was a toy.
Right, because Buzz knew that he had to make them comfortable with his otherness.
How do you know that?
He just instinctively knew.
He instinctively knew that, but he didn't instinctively know that he's a toy.
No, he instinctively knew that the humans were one species and he was another. He was a space ranger. He was from space.
So he was like
an
alien
in space.
Where they had
I know
properties.
that. Right.
Okay.
I know that like I'm an alien and they will have trouble accepting me as who I am. So he was still around them. It's different motivations, but it has the same ending.
My favorite movie, animated Disney movie of all time, is actually Toy Story 3.
Woo!
The third one.
Excellent
When
choice.
Toy Story 1 came out, it was my favorite, and Toy Story 2 came out, my favorite now. It's Toy Story 3. Even though 1 and 2 aren't on my list, but I just, I like to diversify. Mm-hmm. When I went to go see Toy Story 3 at the theater, I saw it with another human. And
good to know.
Yeah, I didn't have to be still because anyway,
the other human understood that y'all were the same species.
Right, because we were the same species.
Exactly.
So it made sense. Yeah. Anyway, I saw it with another human, and it got to the scene to where they are all about to fall in the garbage and the heat thing, or whatever.
The fire.
And she turned to me. She said, "This is the greatest movie of all time." And I was like, "Yes."
That's awesome.
That's so great.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's a good story, and it like Maya said, it wraps everything up really nicely. I almost don't want a Toy Story 4 because I think that it ended perfectly. It's
I'm really surprised that they're actually even making one.
Me too. Like, where could you go?
Everybody
just started all over with Bonnie.
Right,
and
like
that new set of toys is it still gonna be Tim Allen? And
I wonder maybe if that's what they're gonna do.
Toy Story 4 is coming out 2019. They're really doing this.
Is it who
Disney's
is the starring?
Like, we're gonna make all
is it Tim Allen and Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. Yeah, but even if they weren't the stars of it, they'd probably still headline though. That's the thing. They still put like Tom Hanks in the circle, and he was still did all the press for it.
That's crazy.
But he's in like 3 scenes, so that's what, like he's Tom Hanks.
But but that could be it. But it might be they could be just using the same toys and the same story. And
I don't think so though. I mean,
well, all these characters are like Woody,
they're the same
Jesse,
people. Yeah, they're the same
Dolly,
people.
Buzz, Bo Peep, Barbie, Mrs. Potato Head, Slinky.
Yeah, they're all the same characters.
Have them at like.
I don't know.
Maybe they're just starting with, like you said, they're starting with Bonnie and a new story, and
or
maybe the new toys are coming in. Maybe Bonnie through these. Maybe Bonnie got the toys from
Sunnyside,
from Andy, and was
Andy.
like, I don't want these fucking toys. And threw this shit in a box.
And then a new kid gets them. That's what I was thinking.
They're
right?
gonna keep doing that.
They pick them up at Salvation Army.
Right.
And it's a new child.
Like, why did you drop these bag of old toys off at the house?
No.
Like immediately after the scene, she's like, "What's?"
Like, what am I gonna do with this?
That's so rude.
And then she like walks away playing like on her iPad.
On her iPad.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's sad.
But yeah, that's our list, everybody. I think we got a pretty good definitive list.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Make sure to let us know what your top 3 favorite Disney animated / Pixar films below in the comments.
All right. Thanks for the chat, everybody.
Thanks. See you next time.
Bye.